Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, many times in our life, a question comes to our mind. We see so many problems, so much pain, loss, sickness, and disasters around us. And then Shaitan whispers, if Allah always does what is best for us, then why do we suffer so much? Today, in this video, we will discuss this important question. The types of trials in life. Allah allows difficulties in our life mainly in three ways: as a mercy or for our own good, as a test, as a punishment or anger from Allah. 1. Difficulties for our own good. Sometimes, a small hardship comes only to protect us from a bigger harm. I will share a story from my student life. One of my classmates was using his mosquito net. Suddenly, one side got a small tear. He became upset and said, if Allah really does everything for good, then what is the good in this tear? Later, when he came back from his village, something happened. There were many mosquito nets in the madrasa, all looking the same. People could not tell which one was theirs. He came to me and asked, how can I find my own net? I reminded him, don't you remember? Yours had a small tear. That little tear was the only thing that helped him identify his net. If it was not there, he would never have found it. So sometimes, Allah gives us a small hardship to save us from a much bigger problem. 2. Difficulties as a test. At other times, hardships come as a test. When someone loses wealth, health, or a loved one, it can be a way to test their patience and faith. When you stand firm on Islam and face challenges in life, that is a test from Allah. If you are patient, if you keep faith, then that test becomes a source of reward. 3. Difficulties as punishment. There are also times when problems come as a punishment. For example, a person who cheats and then gets exposed, or someone who earns haram money and loses everything, or someone who commits sins and then suffers because of them. These are signs of Allah's anger. How to know if it is a test or punishment? The scholars explain, if you are patient, if you accept what Allah has decreed and return to Him, then the hardship is a test or a way to purify you. But if you only complain, lose patience, and become angry at Allah, then it is a punishment. Sometimes one event can include all three. Sometimes all three types of difficulties can happen in the same situation. For example, imagine a corrupt garment factory owner. He runs his company with injustice and cheating. Then, an earthquake destroys his whole company. For him, it is a punishment from Allah. For the innocent workers who died, it is a test. For some of them, it might even become a mercy. Their sins forgiven and their status raised. So one single event can carry three different meanings for different people.